It's now my privilege to introduce a man that I have much appreciated this week. I've been in several meetings where he was present. I have been in conversation with him. I have appreciated not only what his power and his office can do, but I have genuinely appreciated what the heart of the man helps his office to do. I'd like to introduce Jeremiah W. Nixon, Governor of the State of Missouri.
Pastor Garris, the families of those who were killed and injured, the families of those who are still unaccounted for, to the people of Joplin who've endured this terrible tragedy, to the thousands of Missourians and citizens across the nation who have opened their hearts to help us heal, to the hundreds of firefighters and emergency responders who came without hesitation to climb over piles of rubble in search of our survivors. Pastor Garris, Pastor Brown, Father Monahan, Lieutenant Colonel Kilmer, and the wonderful choir from First United Methodist Church. To President Obama, who's with us today, thank you all for coming. It is an honor to be here, joining the thousands of Missourians observing this special day of prayer. We stand on hallowed ground to bear witness to the destructive power of nature and the invincible power of faith. We have come to mourn what the storm has taken from us, to seek comfort in community, and to draw strength from God to build anew. It seems inconceivable that just 1 week ago, the people of Joplin were going about their daily lives, doing the ordinary things that people do on a Sunday evening, cooking supper, watching TV, walking the dog, attending their sons and daughters' graduation. And then came the whirlwind. Nearly a mile wide and 6 miles long, with its 200-mile-an-hour winds, churning and roaring, tossing cars and toppling trees, pounding homes, businesses, schools, and churches to rubble. But that storm, the likes of which we have never seen, has brought forward a spirit of resilience, the likes of which we've also never seen. What our nation and our world have witnessed this week is the spirit of Joplin, Missouri. You have given love thy neighbor new meaning. The parable of the Good Samaritan in Luke chapter 10, verses 25 through 37, begins with a conversation between Jesus and a student of religious law. It starts with a legal question and ends with a moral imperative. The student asks Jesus, "What shall I do to inherit eternal life?" And Jesus turns the question around and asks, "What is written in the law?" And the student, who is well versed in the Talmud and the Torah, replies, "Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul, with all thy strength and with all thy mind, and thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. And Jesus replies, thou hast answered right. This do, and thou shalt live. But then the student, wanting greater clarity than the law provided, asked Jesus, and who is my neighbor? And Jesus tells him the story of the Good Samaritan. From that parable, our charge is crystal clear. Good Samaritans do not pass by those who are suffering and in need. They show their compassion with action. In Joplin, you see Good Samaritans everywhere you turn. You see them over in the gym at this university, where hundreds of volunteers make sandwiches each and every day. You see them passing out blankets, pillows, sunscreen, and flashlights to our neighbors made homeless by a whirlwind. You need a flashlight because it gets pretty dark here at night, especially when you're standing in the street staring at the lonely pile of matchsticks that was once your family's home. If you had been at the ER at St. John's Mercy Medical Center last Sunday evening, mere moments after the tornado struck, you would have seen Good Samaritans rushing frantically to reach the wounded and the dying. Shattered glass and bleeding patients everywhere. Water and gas spewing from burst pipes. One doctor stumbled through the darkness with a flashlight in his teeth, following the wail of a wounded child. You see Good Samaritans at every checkpoint in the destruction zone, where police officers and citizen soldiers of our Missouri National Guard keep watch over wet socks, teddy bears, cherished wedding photos, and crumpled wheelchairs. All that is left of our neighbor's worldly goods. You see them in the churchyard, men sleeping on cots under the stars after driving all night to get here from Tuscaloosa.